Gilmore's always good shirt.
Nice. Noted. Here, 1 sec.
Stream, can you hear my mic right now?
Now you can hear me. There we go. And if you guys unmute, they should be able to hear you as well.
Hello, hello.
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 And Night's Fall is eating away, so he's here, but you guys are used to Night's Fall by this point. So, but we have new faces here, new faces, yay! We have a peachy green art,
Hello.
wonderful streamer who we've rated over a few times for their beautiful art and wonderful. I think it was a Kingdom Hearts one time when I were.
Yes, and that was super fun.
Yeah. And then of course we have lovely partner of Peachy Green Art, a Happy Happenstance.
Hello.
No, I'm super excited for tonight. Like when you DM'd us, we were literally talking about how we haven't really gotten to play mini games together. Like he's always the DM.
Hi, Wandering Disciple. Yeah, I totally get that. Whenever Pink and I play D&D, one of us is pretty much always the DM. So
Yeah.
we almost never get to like actually be players together.
You're right.
Yeah.
Oh no, there was that one.
We did recently because of Night
With
Falls.
Nightfall,
Yeah.
I tried.
Were you the DM on that one?
Yep.
Nice.
Nice.
I am actually normally always the DM until I met Damien, and now I can actually play.
Hey, look at that.
I think the only one that probably hasn't DM'd here is me. And technically, I did do a small one shot for my niece and my sibling, Matthias. So.
That counts.
Wandering Disciple says, "Hello, Haps and Momo."
Hello. I have chat up so I can see. Because I'm like, oh, I want to make sure that no one's being.
Yeah, I mean, the only time we've had that happen recently, we had my epic little mod Darwin come in and drop the banhammer.
Dude, I love Darwin. Whenever I see them in chat, I'm just like, there's
Darwin's adorable.
yeah. Like first time I really got to meet them was during when we were like playing, like telephone Pictionary.
Mm-hmm. The Gartic phone. Or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still have most of those things.
Gartic phone is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Watch Darwin be lurking in here already, and we're just like totally embarrassing him away from chat. But we are not here just to chit-chat with you all. No, we are here for a special one-shot. Yes, I get to D&D. I get to DM for our lovely friends over here. And for this one-shot, they are all level 10 characters who awaken to have only half of their memory. Let's start with our extra special guest, Peachy Greenars. Care to introduce your character?
Yes, well, my name is Nua Dalior. I am a Mark of the Shadows elf rogue. I tend to keep to myself. I enjoy writing quite a bit. Probably a bit too much for such a small village, because they tend to run out of paper fairly quickly around. But they seem to restock fairly quickly, so that's not too much of a big deal. But I don't speak much about myself. So.
Alright, so next up, would you care to introduce yourself, Haps?
Oh, hello there. My name's Brandra Hillgreen. It's a pleasure to meet all of you. I'm a hill dwarf, a bit of a cleric, bit of a druid, a bit of both. I'm very curious as to how I found myself here, but I'm sort of a short little lady, and I've got my hair all done up in a nice little bun, and I've got a tidy little beard with little mistletoe and flowers braided through it, and I'm just very pleased to meet all of you.
Wonderful. And last but certainly not least, Night's Fall.
Everyone, I'm Nightfall. You see me on many of Damien's streams and some of my own with Damien in them. tonight I am playing.
Zorak. Orc. Bard. Hopefully that sound effects are okay.
Yeah, you're good.
He is rather skinny orc, half orc, with a flamboyant bandana, half of it polka dots, half of it striped. Wears the classic romance novel shirt that's half ripped open at all times. Carries a rapier to the side. There's a few extra piercings in his ears and in his small tusks that come up. They barely come up, but they're nice, pristine white. You can see him flossing them at any given point in time.
Wonderful.
Oh,
Fantastic.
and he is an entertainer of sorts, which I'm sure that Damien will.
I got to turn off the effects when I'm talking. When Damien, that Damien will put me on the spot for. So I'm sorry.
Oh, wow, exciting. Look forward to it.
Yes, whenever
Well,
my
you
players
guys-
play bards, they get to actually make up with the lyrics or limericks or whatever they
Oh, I'm very glad I did not pick up on
An
it.
interesting fact. My first bard.
Oh,
yay!
fun. They're a really cool class.
The first time that my group ever realized that I do have the bards do this was when my wife was playing her first character, Lixie, and it resulted with a tale of a tale.
Oh.
I just no. I'm so
That may or
upset
may
about
not be a.
'Cause, like,
That may or not may not be a.
insane.
No,
Book in
you
my game.
rolled really well.
Exactly.
You rolled really well. The performance itself was really well.
Yeah, you might find a book of the tale of the tale in my game too.
But we are not here for that. We are here for these three. And we are going to begin our little one shot called Memories Halved. You all wake up feeling tightly packed dirt beneath you. As you look around, you see you're in a large circular room with high walls. Thank you for the follow! There is no visible exit, and there are statues of the different races and adventurer types along the rim. A massive pit in the center, the bottom not visible. At this point, I will share that screen with you so you can see what you see. Alright. As you try to remember how you got here, your head aches with a splitting migraine. But that isn't the only thing you don't know. Stretches of time are just gone from your memory. You know something happened, but you can't remember what. Important dates or battles you were once excited about, you can't recall anymore. A voice speaks from all the statues at once. You may have noticed by now that you are missing part of your memory. You are amongst the few experiencing the phenomenon known as soul splitting. In order to obtain your memories, you must defeat yourself. One side of the split will cease to exist. The other will regain all of your memories and return to the world from which you came. If you fail, all those who knew you in life will forget you existed, and you will never return. There's a fog emitting from the center pit, leaving a thin layer of it along the ground. As you rise up out of the fog, you see across from you another version of yourself. Roll for initiative.
Oh shit. Straight into it.
Natural 20
Nice! First roll of the campaign.
for a total of 19.
Okay, I got a natural 5 for a total of 9.
Oh my Lanza. Okay.
have to bring my calculator up. So I got a 17 because my initiative's 8.
Hey,
Nice. Alright. That is pretty funny. If you see on the game log, I just rolled the initiative for Brandra's copy, and they also rolled a nat 20.
Nice.
That's a very good copy.
When you said nat 20, I was like, what are the odds of this? And apparently high enough. Alright, and what was your total at, Momo?
17.
17, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna roll your doubles real quick. By the way, the tabletop that I'm using right now, the VTT that I'm using right now is Shard tabletop, trying out a different one.
I can't seem to see it at the moment. I could a second ago, but it's all
Yeah.
gone black.
Really?
Oh,
There we
there we
go.
go.
Okay, there we go. Let's see. One moment. Nuha's copy did very well in initiative as well. And Nightfall, what was your total again?
A big old 9.
Alright, let's see how your copy does. A big old 10.
Looks like they're staying pretty close to our characters, which is funny.
Yep.
Oh, we're just a little hungover. We had a little crazy night.
Yo. Stumbled into what was it, Hall's Bottom?
Yeah.
Partied a little too hard.
Alright. So, you all can see the screen right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Wonderful.
And I forgot to do that one thing you told me to do.
Alright, first up is Nuhaz, and you can see it shows us as we move the tokens exactly how far it is. So, she is able to go to there. Let's see. Now, when you all created these characters, you did not know you would be fighting yourselves.
No.
No.
We lost sight of the screen again.
Yes.
Apparently,
it's
that
all
happens
black,
anytime
yeah.
I click out. So I will click back in a moment. Oh, wonderful! You have a short bow that she can shoot you with. That's a 24 to hit the real Nuha with the short bow.
Yikes. No, that's my lover's short bow.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
That is a total of 7 damage.
Oof. There we go.
Brandra, the real one. It is your turn.
All right. So what am I looking at in terms of their setup and about how far away are we from one another? I can't see the map right now.
Okay, so let me click back over. You two are the ones up by the statue.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
This is fake Duha, fake Brenda, and fake Nightfall.
All right. Oh, and the real one is quite a ways away.
Yes, he was not waking up at the same spot as you.
All right. Well, I think that I will head out at a slight angle down towards the. I'm not sure if it's a column or a rock or what is it.
This pillar?
Yes, I'd like to get just above that, which I think shouldn't be too far. Perfect.
Yep.
And once I'm there, I would like to sort of look over to where the other group is, and I would like to start things off by sort of taking my bearings for a second and oh dear, this is not ideal. Excuse me for a moment. Could you hold them up for a second, and I'll just sort of put my hand on the ground and ask it politely for a little bit of help, and I'll cast spike growth, sort of accompanying the area around the copies, and then duck in behind the pillar.
What is the radius on that one?
Spike growth. Let me grab that real quick. It is a 20-foot radius centered on a point within range, which is 150-foot range. That should be.
Alright, so
it's a
20
40-foot
feet,
circle.
you'd be able to... 20 feet, you'd be able to hit either the two of them or the two of them.
Be able to get all of them because the 20-foot radius is a 40-foot diameter.
Oh. Let's see. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. And actually, if I could move it just slightly forward towards where, a little bit up. It's fine if our half-orc bard friend isn't in it, because ideally I want to punish them for walking towards us.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're mainly focusing on getting these two?
Yes, I want to put an obstacle in between them and us.
Okay. Go ahead and... Is that a dexterity saving throw then?
It is difficult terrain, and whenever a creature moves through it, they take 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet that they travel.
Okie dokie. So it doesn't do anything currently, it's just if they attempt to move. Alright.
It's also camouflage, so it looks natural. They need to make a perception check to realize that this has happened.
Okie dokie. What's the DC on the perception check?
It is 17.
Well, Nuha sees it. And let's see if Brandra sees it.
I think Brandra's passive perception is high enough that she would notice without rolling.
Passive perception, and oh yeah. Level 10, you got good stats.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever played a rogue this high level.
Like,
I love rogues so much.
Alright.
This is a subclass I have not played before.
It is Brandra copies.
yeah, then I just sort of duck behind the pillar for cover.
Okie dokie. I'll say that doesn't really give you cover from Nuha, but it does give you partial cover from the other you.
Awesome.
And pretty much total cover from the other Night's Fall where they're currently at.
Awesome.
Alright, let's see. Let's see. Interesting.
Never want to be able to say interesting.
Huh?
Nothing.
Alright, well let me ask you a question then. Would Brandra have the sensibility to wild shape into something to get out of this faster?
Seems reasonable. She's got a pretty good intelligence.
Alright.
So we have half our memories and they have our other halves. Like,
Mhm.
fuck.
In which case, let's see. At this level, you are able to turn into something that can fly. Huzzah! Let me double check. Let's see. Let's go giant eagle.
Oh my.
Which means they are above the thorns, which means they are no longer in difficult terrain. Does the spell say if they lift up out of it? Because that's a very specific situation.
I think I would imagine because it's just like spikes on the ground that if they're not walking through it, they're not taking damage.
Alright.
Yeah.
And then, let's see, what is a giant eagle's movement speed?
Very fast.
Have to pull all this up on the fly.
Heck.
Alright. 80 feet when flying. Huzzah! Oh, yeah. Poof!
Oh, a bird.
Its action was to wild shape, so it can't do anything else this turn, but you are definitely aware that this is other you in giant bird form.
So it would seem.
Which brings us to Nuha.
Alright. Seeing the doppelganger of Brenhead change, I'm gonna look between the one that's next to me and the one that's by the other me and figure, you know what? That's not me. Probably not them. So they're gonna go ahead and take out their short bow and aim for the giant eagle.
Okie dokie.
Oh fuck! Does a 20 hit?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
So I got 29. So how do you handle natural 20s?
You double the dice.
Okay, so so the dice you roll, you just double
Yes.
that. Cool. This is what I always have trouble with my paladin. I can never keep that straight. Oh. Well, I mean, so 3, 4. So that's 9 times 2, so that's 18?
18. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Wait, because the +5 doesn't add up to the second part.
You
Correct?
don't double your modifier, no, but you should be rolling a lot more than 2 dice as a 10th level rogue.
Wait. Hold up. So I knew my short bow, so it's 1. Oh. These
Sneak
are
attack.
6s.
No, they are not.
This is a D6. I was rolling D8s for some reason. I think I was looking at my rapier, and I had switched
So
once I turned into an eagle.
I think it'd either be 66 and double the result, or roll 12d6.
Yeah, I tend to do the 66 and then double the result. Is
Holy
the
shit.
version.
So
Yeah, so whatever your damage dice is, you
double, and then you add the plus, the modifier.
afterwards, yes.
So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 18 is
36.
36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41.
Very nice.
Because 66 doubled. Wait.
Yes, that's right.
So, yeah, 66 doubled plus
Yeah.
the modifier.
Yes.
So it's 41.
If that's what you say it is, I wasn't counting.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe that's what that is.
All right, then there we go.
It seems like a lot, though. Even
That
for
seems
double
about
time.
right for a 10th level rogue.
That bumps them
Especially
out of
crit.
that bumps them out of their transform form,
Oh,
of
no.
course. So it's back to your dear Brandra. And now it's Brandra and Brandra standing right next to each other across from
Oh,
you.
no.
Oh, goodness.
I just looks at them like, you got to be kidding me.
Well, one of us let an arrow out of the back of our head, so it's a little easier to tell who's who.
I guess it's bad. You can just tell Nua is like, this is. They have been spending years in a small village fighting Duragard. This is not their speed at the moment. But yes, they're going to go ahead and put their. Wait, I don't think I'm close to them. So they're just going to keep their eyes on the real one, the real Brandra, and that's going to be their turn. They're going to like, okay, this is who I know is the real one.
Okie dokie. Alrighty. That will bring us to the copy of Night's Fall, who hasn't gotten to go yet. Oh gosh, when initiative sucks, it sucks. Let's see what Nightsfell has up his sleeve. I'm not as familiar with the Bard's spell list. Quite familiar with sleep.
Yes, sleep, best spell.
Let's see.
No, my first character was a bard, but it was in Pathfinder. It's a little different.
Nice. Let's see. You've got some fun spells in here.
That I
Oh,
do.
boy.
That I do. I've got some game-changing spells in there.
How? Let me ask this before I decide what your duplicate does.
Mm-hmm.
In a combat situation,
Banishment.
yeah, just immediately straight to it. Okay.
Banishment. Yeah.
Let's see, what's the range on that? Alrighty, your movement speed is 30. So, can't get close enough for that yet, thankfully. And I don't think that's within range. Let's see, what's the range on that? That's 84. Okay, so that's within the 120 foot ones, but not anything else. You know what? Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw. I bet you know what I'm casting.
Absolutely.
I see your mouse button.
You saw that? My dice is beating because it is a natural 20.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm using the blood
we're
dice.
just lucky.
Alright, so half as much. Let's see, that's 33 halved to 16. And that brings us to your turn.
Alrighty.
As you
I
all
would-
see on the other side, this person that you don't recognize in any form. They definitely look like they would fit in with your bandmates. But you see the one that was with the other clones, so it's a fair assumption that it is also a clone or whatever this is.
Right.
That one just kind of starts strumming as he walks up and casts Fireball, and a massive flame just erupts over what you presume to be the original.
I didn't say how high the ceilings were. I asked if I said I cast Fireball.
So, Nightfall. What does Zerak do?
Alrighty. Zarak would like to brush off the dust from the fire, wave his lustrous hair, and walk up to try to get within 60 feet of this poor imitation of him.
Your movement speed is 30.
Correct.
So you can get to there, which is at 55 feet.
And I will pull out my lute, drum a few chords, say,
You know, imitation is the highest form of flattery, but you just don't pull it off.
Are you casting vicious mockery?
No, I am going to sing.
Oh.
Weep for yourself, my man. You will never know what is in my heart. Weep, little orc man. You are not as brave as you were at the start. And as I catch, dominate person.
Ooh.
All right. Let's see. Let's see. A wisdom saving throw.
which I am not good at.
Oh no! You can do it. We believe in you.
That's an 18.
I think it's funny we all pick someone who can act in some way play an instrument.
Yep.
So you're the only magical one.
Yep. That was an 18.
Yep.
Are you safe?
It was a 19 on the dice with the -1. Alrighty. Will that be all for your turn?
That is it. Actually, I will look over to. And I'm sorry, I cannot see the map right now.
Let me click back onto it.
Yeah, my vision is probably blocked from everybody else, so yeah, that'll be it.
You might be able to catch Line of Nuha, but that's about it.
Let's see. I don't believe that.
But she's
see.
pretty far.
Yeah, it's got to be
they are
within
pretty
60
far.
feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yep, that'll be it.
Okie dokie. Alright, that brings us to Duplicate Nuha, who is still on the spikes.
It's the only one that's gonna get caught. And I was just like, oh, for fuck's sake.
And feel free to ad-lib all of the expressions that your duplicates do as they are damaged. This is a I market my stream for mature audiences, so any explicatives that your character may shout, feel free.
Yo.
I hope those shoes weren't new.
What is this? Thank you for the follow. And also thank you for contributing to the cosplay stream challenge. Kill the doppelgangers. There can be only one. Alright, let's see. Only thing you got range for. Let's see, are you? Yeah, you're. Which
And definitely like poke you from close up.
Yep. And these thorns are aggravating. Let's see. Would Nuha just push past the thorny bullshit, take the damage to get up close, or would you keep with the short bow?
they would probably stop with the crossbow and look at the duplicate of their partner and go like, because I could just see them having trained with this kind of stuff and be like, now, really?
All right, that is a 21 to
Nice
hit
hit.
you with the short bow then.
Oof. Yep. Was that natural?
No, that was dirty, so you're good. No double damage here.
And how much does that take?
It's
Oh,
only
yeah.
9 piercing. Short bows don't do that much.
I mean,
All right.
but do they not have? Do they not have the traits then?
Well, the sneak attack would have been on the first one, not on this one, and they've
Gotcha.
already shot.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
That's nice.
Da, 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 da. And we move on. 'Cause that is all that they can do. Brandra, it is your turn.
Alrighty. So what am I seeing on the battlefield here?
Well, you're face to face with yourself.
Right, right.
You have one version
I
of your companion
can't see
off
the
by.
map right now.
You have one version of your companion up by the statue still, and the other version still back in the thorns.
Alright.
And the unfamiliar one just seems to be fighting himself.
Noted. Alright then. Is there any way that I can slip around in between the clone of myself and the pillar? Can I squeeze into that space?
Like underneath?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. In that case, it'll be just like we've always trained there, Nuha. Heads up, have your bow ready, incoming, and I will cast lightning bolt through my copy and through Nuha.
What?
Because I count on you to be able to dodge it with your evasion, and as I do that, I will use Order's Command to allow you to use your reaction to attack my clone as well. So both of you need to make dex saves.
Oof.
This is great.
Oh god. And you just see Nuha's eyes go, no. But they've already done it.
Alright.
Well, count on my clone to fail it because I'm very
Sort of-
bad at dex saves.
Sort of,
That's a
we're not
nine.
doing get help.
I'm not gonna get help. I fucking love you so much for that. Okay, so
These
that
are
was,
the joys that
what
can
saving
happen
throw?
when dexterity.
Hmm?
These are the
Dex-
joys
oh.
that can happen whenever characters have connected backstories.
13.
You look so cute.
A dirty 22.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Very
You take no
nice.
damage.
Cool.
The duplicate's gonna take some damage though.
That's 32 points of lightning damage,
Okay.
And
and you get to make another sneak attack against my clone.
okay, so that's 66 again.
If you hit.
That's right. I have actually hit. Da, 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 da. The D20 on this one's actually really nicely for me today.
Nice.
18 plus 9.
Hits me.
Okay. So, inventory. Yeah. Yeah, so it's 66 because it's the 6 from the bow, and then the 5, 6, D6 from. Okay. Sorry. My brain just like, math! Math rocks.
Lots of numbers.
Yes.
Click, clack, clack.
All the shiny math.
Ooh, nice. Put them in order. That's 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
What's your favorite math rocks that you've gotten over the years of D&D?
these nice hefty metal ones that my brother-in-law got for me. They make a very clunk sound.
I have rose quartz that Haps got me for my birthday.
So pretty.
I have two favorite sets. One that longer with me. I had a small metal dice. They were really, really tiny, but they rolled really, really well when I first did D&D. And now my other ones I don't have yet because they are the pixel dice that I from that Kickstarter.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
That's my secret is that D20s hate me, so I play casters so I don't have to roll. I make someone else do it for me.
Smart.
I hit you with 25 damage.
Nice.
Very nice. Alright, that duplicate's looking pretty hurt by now.
I'm glad I picked the short bow because my D6 actually like me. As I do so well in Monster of the Week.
Because you've practiced this one won't be at disadvantage, but continually switching places with the duplicate like that will result in disadvantage to hit the correct one.
Gotcha.
Because that can be quite confusing.
Because I think I have a thing, but I need to ask if it's going to be an action or not. So, since I was able to have an action, I might just take that if it is. But yeah, so whenever it's my turn, I'll...
Okie dokie. We are up to duplicate Branda, who is not so happy right now.
Oh no, I bet not.
Poor thing.
Let's see. I'm going to roll a 25 to hit a real Brandra.
Yeah, that'll do it.
As she reaches out and grabs hold of you and casts Inflict Wounds for 37 damage.
Woo. Yep, that sounds about right.
Alright, Nuha, it is your turn.
Alright, my question is, seeing how everyone, again, has that doppelganger, and there's no real differences between any of us, what I did not say, so I forgot to actually say what my character looks like. They're 6'1", and they have really long, like, almost to the butt, silvery blonde hair. They look, so this is an action, that's okay. They look to their partner, and they take their hair and they go, here! And they take one of their daggers and they just chop it off. So their hair is like kind of mismatched, like to their ears now, so that they can tell the two apart.
Very nice. I'll say that that's a bonus action to do.
Okay, it was bonus action. Awesome. Okay.
Very smart.
Because he's like, well, this is cool and all, but like, if this means we need to survive, yeah, it's gone.
All right.
Yeah. So I am actually
Click in here.
I
Make
see
sure
where
you
I'm
can
at.
see.
I'm gonna go ahead and just keep going with my short bow
Okay.
and aim for my. You're my partner, and I don't know your fucking name. My brain keeps going a blip.
Brandra.
Brandra. I'm gonna write that down because I know it when I say it, but then my brain's like, haha, you don't know words. Okay. Okay. So that's an 8 plus 9. So 16, 17?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I have 18 AC.
Nope.
Yikes, you have better AC than I do.
Armor
'cause I'm a
does
rogue.
that.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot. I'm like, wait, yeah, I'm a rogue. I don't get really that much armor. So yeah, they just go.
Also, we have a Darwin in
hits the
chat
color.
now.
Hello, Darwin.
We were talking about how cute you were earlier, Darwin.
Oh, heck.
Alright, that brings us to Duplicate Nightfall. Or duplicate Zorak. Let's see.
Dagger, dagger, dagger.
Do you have daggers?
Yes.
Let's see, you are within 30, or you are within 60 feet, so let's go ahead and have you do a charisma saving throw.
Alrighty. That is a 10. However, with my reaction, I'm going to put up my hand, and I'm assuming a spell is being cast on me.
Yep.
With my reaction, I will put up my hand.
And say, "Stop! In the name of Orc."
What level are you casting counterspell at?
5.
Oh, damn.
Alright. It's a good thing, too, because it was a 5th level banishment, and it disperses.
Yep.
We believe in you, new orc friend.
Which brings us to our orc friend.
Okay. I will look at him and just wave my hair around a little bit more and say,
You cannot copy the original. We are original. Don't copy.
and I will. Damn, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Can I see the map real quick?
Sure thing.
All right. So they. I am going to use my movement to get closer to other group.
Okay.
As I do that, I'm going to grab a pinch of fine sand rose petals and rose petals, throw them up, and start saying,
Hush, little Orc. Say a word.
as I cast sleep on him.
Alrighty. What level spell?
Oh, it's just a level 1 spell, so.
Let's see. 5d8. The total is how many hit points of creatures the spell can affect.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I don't know if that is going to work unless I roll really, really well. That is new. That's a 22.
Nope.
But that's fine.
He does not go to sleep. So far,
That
this is
is-
a lot of you guys trying to hurt each other and just succeeding on the saving throws. Or
I'm trying to actually keep my spell slots right now. So
Yeah.
Alrighty. That brings us up to the duplicate Nuha. How long does those spikes last, by the way?
I believe 1 minute.
Okay. Is it a concentration? Do you have to...
It is, yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes, so I need to make a save for that damage I took. Which is going to be a 21, which I believe succeeds.
Okay. What...
I'm sorry. Am I within 60 feet of the other group yet with my movement? 'Cause I would like to use a bonus action.
let's
am.
see. You are 29 feet from the real. Brandra 32 from the fake, and 50 from the real Nuha.
And is that the one with the short hair?
Yes.
Then I will look to the one with the short hair and say, "That looks good on you. You should do that more often," and give inspiration.
Aw.
Very nice.
That's a D10 at this level.
Nice.
That's so cool.
And
Thank you.
what are the rules on saving concentration? Is it has to
I
be more
bel-
than half the damage you received?
Yes.
Or
To a
10,
minimum
whichever
of
is
10.
higher, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so half of 37 is 50. Yeah, you're good. Which means the thorns are still there, so continuing to just short bow pluck away at the real Nuha.
Eh. Help.
That is a
Okay.
21
Means they're
to
not
hit.
getting sneak attack.
Yup. That's it.
And that's only a 6 on the damage. Gotta
Not
love
bad.
rolling 1 on the damage die.
Oh no.
Oh, honey.
Alright, Brandra.
All right then. So let's see here. What am I looking at on the map?
Quick.
All right. And my duplicate's looking pretty hurt at this moment, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go in with. You know what? Actually, gonna go ahead and circle towards Nuha without sort of leaving duplicates sort of reach because I don't want to provoke an attack of opportunity. And I'm going to hit duplicate Brandra with a to do. That's going to be a Thorn Whip
Thorn.
for a 21 to hit
Alrighty, that's a hit.
for 7 points of slashing damage. And then with my bonus action, I am going to cast Healing Word at a 2nd level on Nuha. And with that, I am going to use my Order's Demand again and just be like, right, get her! So you can once again sneak attack my double.
Nice.
And you regain. Oh, hell yeah! That is going to be 13 points of healing.
Nice, thank you. Okay. My health is at 69.
We are all adults here.
It cut out on my side.
Oh, you can sneak attack again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
When I target a friendly creature with a spell, I can command them to be able to make a free attack against things.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 hit?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32.
Oh, sorry. It's Voice of Authority is what it is. Order's Demand is a different thing.
Okay.
I hit with 32 damage.
Nice. With that, how do you want to eliminate the duplicate of your...
Oh no.
You just gonna imagine like they did
They-
something real bad or something.
He's like thinking about all the times they had a bad fight, but at the same time they're just like,
Just remember that one fight that
sorry.
you lost that you didn't want to lose.
I'm just like holding myself with the thorn whip, like, you got the shot.
I'm sorry, and all he does is like, fuck, and he like pulls the arrow back and he notches it, and he aims for the heart again, trying to make it quick and painless, and just goes.
Shot through the heart, and you're too
Nice.
I don't think that song has ever been more fitting in D&D than this moment where you are shooting a duplicate of your lover in the heart.
Perfect.
As they,
And you gave me this opportunity.
as they fall to the ground.
Yeah, he's like, please
Oh,
don't attack me like
goodness.
that.
Do my best.
Okay, so that takes them out of initiative, which means it is Nuha's turn next.
Oh no.
So you just killed someone that looks exactly like your lover. Now what?
Oh, my Nuha, not that Nuha. Gotcha.
Yep.
Like, oh no, they're gonna be real fucking pissed off.
Oh, you better believe it.
He looks to his new half-orc friend. He's like, "Thanks." And he looks so confuddled, and he like tosses his hair, and then he's gonna go. I'm gonna go ahead and move towards my duplicate, but not within the range. Or yeah, because I roll. Oh no, my duplicate rolled to see it. I didn't. I tried to move close, like about where Brandra is.
Yeah.
Like about where you were putting me is about right, like right about there.
Okie dokie.
So I can get a little bit closer. And I just look at them and I'm like, come on, you can do better than this. And I go ahead and
And what would your
Use my
duplicate
ability.
Nuha say to all of this?
I am trying, damn it.
Including losing their duplicate version of.
Oh,
I
shit.
believe in you both.
Oh, it's like again, they look very confused. They're like, that's the one the duplicate's like, that's the one the one that I just came with died. And so actually they're just pissed. They're not saying anything and just glaring at their duplicate at that point.
Okie dokie.
So
You can see the steam practically rising off their head, the fumes.
mm-hmm. Actually if anybody was on that side, there'd be a slight glimmer underneath their collar, but their collar. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, no, I don't hit myself. I got a 15. A 6 and a 9 didn't hit.
I think
You have
that's
your
the
inspiration
only...
dice to add a d10.
That's true.
That's true. That's true. I'm actually going to do that.
I think this is the only time I've heard someone disappointedly say that they couldn't hit themselves.
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. No, are they the right dice?
Oh, yes.
Okay. I'm like, the D10s I always have trouble with.
I get it.
Nice. So 9, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So dirty 20.
Very nice. That hits.
All right.
And what are you attacking with? Your short bow?
My short bow, yes, ma'am.
I don't know
Wonderful.
if you would have sneak attack on that.
Yeah, this would not
Well,
be sneak attack.
This is not basing it. So that would be how many? That would
It'd
be
just
just
be a
one
D6
D6.
plus.
Yeah, 1d6 plus 5.
All right, then I'm gonna pick my nice, pretty shiny one. I'm gonna re-roll that. 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8.
Okie dokie.
They're aiming for anything vulnerable at that point.
And I'll say it goes into the hip a bit. Like, it definitely damages. It's not anything like vital or anything, and you can see them just kind of grit their teeth and glare at you even harder.
I understand, but I really don't know what's going on here.
What was the total damage?
8
8,
it was yes, because it was I rolled a 3 plus 5, so 6 on 8.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Which brings us to duplicate Nightfall. Let's see. What fun spells do I have to throw at himself now?
Not many combat oriented, actually. I mean, I have modify memory.
Let's see.
I know exactly what I'm gonna do, though.
Let's go ahead and have you make a dexterity saving throw.
All right.
Let's see,
Do I
that
recognize the
is-
spell he is casting?
You do. Let's see, 20-foot radius is... It is Fireball, and Brandra is going to need to make a dexterity saving throw as well.
Okay, well, we'll see how this goes.
I fail.
All right, well, I rolled an 8, so that's going to be a 7. I will, however, use my reaction to cast Absorb Elements.
Okay.
Nice.
Probably a wise idea. Let me roll the 9d6. That is 37 damage.
Okay, so halved, that'll be 18, I believe.
Yes. Your new
Alright,
bard
I'm-
friend is looking pretty
I'm looking a little
hurt.
rough. I'm looking a bit hurt, too.
Oh no.
I am looking a bit hurt at 10 hit points, but don't worry about me. I've got this.
We'll see if we can do something about that.
Oh, I've got this.
All
I've
right.
got this.
Ah, don't die, friend!
You just see another massive explosion of flame erupt, hitting your new friend and Brandra.
Mm-hmm.
You see
I
that it
quickly
definitely
sort of,
didn't
like,
do.
pat the sparks in my beard out.
Alright. Nightfall, it is your turn.
I will pat out the fires a little bit, look at my duplicate, and just say, gotta get this.
Second verse, worse than the first. As I will pull out my lute and strum a nice power chord and start singing, Transform orcs, more than meets the eye, as I cast polymorph on myself into a T-Rex. And I move 50 feet closer to him.
Oh my god.
Nice.
So there's a giant pit in between you and the other you that's like 40 feet across. So even with 50 feet of movement, having to go around it, you'd be able to get this close, not necessarily up to melee range though.
Oh, that's fine. I can't
They've
attack
got a
this
pretty
round
good
anyway.
reach. I've had this happen before, where a player in-game thought that they were safe from a T-Rex. Didn't realize that they have about an 11-foot vertical jump and I think like a 15-foot reach on their attacks. And so
Yes,
they got bit out of the sky 25 feet in the air.
Yes, I do have 10-foot reach, and I am a huge beast now.
Yeah.
However, I do not have an action this turn to attack.
I am pulling up the stats right now.
Yes,
That's awesome.
I now have 136 hit points.
That's
Yes.
beautiful. No, yeah. Oh,
And
I'm
this
so glad they're on
T-Rex,
our side.
This T-Rex is in muted colors of purple and pink stripes and
Ooh.
multicolored.
So like a pastel
T-Rex.
Cheshire cat T-Rex.
More like you took the two flags behind you and basically painted them across his whole skin.
Very nice.
That's awesome.
And for anyone in the audience that does not know, that is the gender fluid flag for myself and the trans flag for my wife. Yay!
And I am an ally in any sense of the word, so.
Absolutely.
Alrighty. That brings us to duplicate Nuha.
Oh
You
no.
just saw a fucking T-Rex run around the corner. Thankfully, completely ignore him because He's got enough to deal with without having to contemplate that there's a T-Rex right there.
I have a showstopper. What can I say?
What's funny is the both Nuhas would probably have the exact same expression seeing this fucking dinosaur is like,
it's gonna keep getting better, trust me. Alright.
oh, I can only imagine.
Duplicate Nuha. It hasn't been a minute, so it's still in the fucking spikes.
Oh yeah.
Again, it just because you asked me earlier, if it was if they had like motivation, like, hey, you fucking killed my partner, that'd probably be a motivation to move. So if you wanted to, that is
Okay.
a option because you had asked me earlier.
Okie dokie.
I've got a lot of area control spells. It's one of the reasons why I prioritize taking myself out.
Alright, in which case he is going to go ahead and take that move. Even with difficult terrain, they're able to get up close with you.
Alright, how many feet do they move through the spikes?
I based on where we put the circle earlier, I believe that was like 10 feet, I'll say.
Alright, so they are going to take... Not great rolls, 7 points of piercing damage.
Okie dokie. And now it is time for Daga Daga.
Yep. And this is considered melee, yes?
Yes.
All right. So, yeah.
Let's see. So, first dagger is a natural 20.
Oof. Yes, but I'm also gonna go ahead and use my uncanny dodge to have that.
Probably a wise idea.
Yes.
Oh no.
And reading the specifics of sneak attack, this would be a sneak attack for them.
Mm.
Alright, and then I'll roll the second attack to hit.
No.
You can look at
You
the
get
game.
another 20.
You can look at the game log. It's another
Oh,
natural 20.
I 100% believe you. Like,
No
that
way.
face says it all. Holy shit.
They really are
You wanna
bad.
kill
Can
someone
I-
today, don't you?
wait. Oh, I can only use uncanny dodge once.
Yeah.
It's a reaction.
But only the first one would get sneak attack damage. So
Okay.
you did the dodge on the smart one.
You can use
Okay.
it multiple times per round, but only once per turn, thankfully.
Yeah.
So, what would that damage be?
All right, let's do that. So that is, and then I gotta roll the sneak attack. So all of the damage doubled would be a total of 33. So halved back down is
60?
no wait, doubling the sneak attack would make it 40. So that's 53 halved down to 26
Okay, okay.
for the first hit. The second hit
Oof.
is that's a 1 on the damage die, so that is just 7.
Okay, that's good. I could do that. I could not. I could have taken a whole nother 20, but I would be at like 15 health. So,
All right.
and I look at them as like I look at my group like, there. Ow.
Brandra, it is your turn, and you currently see short-haired Nuha and long-haired Nuha just tangled up in daggers in your Nuha.
Alright, can I take a look at the board real quick then?
Yes. Apologies.
Alright, okay, well that's not too far. I'm going to take a glance over towards this strange and dashing half-orc gentleman who has
That's currently a T-Rex.
morphed himself into a T-Rex, and I'm going to sort of wave a hand out towards him and say, "That's a great act. Care for a duet?" And I'm going to polymorph myself into a T-Rex.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm going to stomp over and get up alongside my good friend Nuha here, so that they are no longer solo against themselves. The enemy then doesn't have sneak attack, and they do. And now I'm a giant T-Rex. A big mossy backed T-Rex with like vines and ivy sort of dangling down off of it. Little like sprigs of holly and mistletoe just sort of sprouting in a crown around its head. Just sort of tromping over, leans in and like snuffs Nuha's short hair and just looks at the long-haired one and just gives this big roar that blows their hair back.
Wonderful. You have pizza.
The new T-Rex will cause my T-Rex to look over with their little arms. Bow.
Wonderful.
I love it.
Alrighty. Is that your turn then?
Yes, and that will end the spike growth because spike growth is concentration.
Okie dokie. It's just not in it anymore anyway, so.
Yeah.
That brings us to Nuha.
All right. So, seeing the T-Rex, I am just like, oh boy, this is like a T-Rex. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my rapier out. Let me see if I can hit first. So they're gonna pull it out, and they're gonna go ahead and go for a stab. So that's the numbers on this are so tiny. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. It's 24.
That hits.
Okay. And then that's 1d8 plus 5d6, correct?
Your rapier, 1d8 plus 5, yes.
Yeah. And it's a sneak attack because I have my T-Rex buddy.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That is a d10. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 20.
Alrighty.
Plus 20, 25, so. Because I forgot the plus 5. So, yes.
Okie
Why do I pick classes that have to do with so much math? I'm so bad at math.
Alrighty, which brings us to the duplicate of Night's Fall, who will proceed to transform into the third T-Rex on the field.
Yes.
That looks like just like original Nightfall T-Rex as they polymorph themselves and let out a mighty roar. And polymorphing is a turn, so that is their turn. Night's Fall.
Oh my god. I just realized what happened.
What?
No, literally my brain just processed it. I'm like, oh no. So literally...
2 elves and 3 T-Rexes.
My one shots always end up like this somehow.
Well, I will attempt to bite this fake copy of mine. And I'm also looking at the map and assuming that I'm a huge creature, I probably am. My tail is within 10 feet of the long-haired elf. In which case, I will use my tail attack against them, and my bite attack against
What
Um,
size does it make you?
huge.
How many squares does that take up?
A huge creature will take up,
I believe 8.
I believe so. Because large is
Sorry,
4.
nine.
9 squares. Yep.
Okay.
15 by 15 feet.
Matthias put it in chat.
Oh, so big.
Oh, yes.
So there's 3 of those.
So
Yeah, let me.
that's good. So the bite attack is going up against him. All I have to do is roll higher than a 3. That's going to be a 26 to hit the other T-Rex.
That hits.
And that is going to be 4d12 plus 7.
This is madness.
Oh, that's a terrible roll. I got 2 1s, but then I got a 12 and a 5. So that's 19 plus 7, 26 damage on that one. And then the tail attack on the long-haired elf. That's a 22 to hit.
That hits.
That's going to be 3d8 plus 7. That's a good roll. 27.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. And that is just enough. So how do you want to destroy this long-haired elf?
Ooh, exciting.
With a tail attack, I always thought elves were too tall. So I want to make them shorter. So their head collapses into their chest, which then collapses into their to their hips, which the legs just buckle out. They're gone.
Oh,
It is a
Oh.
compact elf.
That's gotta be
you
extremely
hear a
unnerving.
loud crunch and like the wet squelch as everything just gets smushed down like that.
It was the only side I
And
left
yes,
in there.
Dungeons and Dinosaurs. I
pineapple.
don't
I
know
don't
when
think
you
we've
said
ever
that,
bought
but
that.
that is today's episode is Dungeons and Dinosaurs.
Not mine.
Yeah.
All I know is it's not mine. I'll ask where you should be able to have
Is there any
it.
more cider?
No, we finished them the other night.
Oh.
Oh, I will say that now you guys are got even more cool points because you're drinking cider because that's what I'm drinking.
Nice.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I thought you muted that.
You're good.
Oh no, I'm sorry. No, I thought I muted that so we could have that conversation. I'm so sorry. Yes, no, I really wanted cider.
We
But
were
we'll figure it
talking
out.
about Dungeons and Dinosaurs. You're good.
I don't want to be
And-
that bad guest.
And your duplicate is now very easily
Yes.
visible, changing from you because they're about 3 feet shorter.
Squashed.
And like it's like
And this
like
happens
one of those
right in
toys.
front of you. Like, you
You're in
feel
the
the
splash
daggers get yanked out of you as they get squashed down.
Oh my god, that's perfect. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. I'm so happy.
And now, this map of ridiculousness, it is Brandra's turn.
I am going to turn, I guess, and I'm gonna stomp and
Which T-Rex are you attacking?
I am going to attack the one that did not just attack the duplicate of my friend.
Okay. What's the movement speed of a T-Rex?
Lots. 50.
Cool. You can move over here if you want to get a clear shot.
Yeah,
of
sounds
the,
like a plan.
The other dino.
All right, and I'm going to take a chomp at them.
And every time these T-Rexes are stomping around, by the way, Nuha, you feel the ground below you shaking. Like, It's hard to keep ample footing. You're kind of glad the other one's gone before this. The other you is gone before.
Oh,
Feeling
by the
this.
way, I'm sorry to do this before your attack. Did my duplicate make his concentration check to hold his polymorph?
No, allow me to do that. Let's
That's
see.
a 26, so the DC is 13. He does have advantage if he has
Okay.
Warcaster like I do.
Of course he does. What saving throw is that again? Is that a
Constitution. He only has a +1. He's got to get a 13 or higher.
dirty
so.
20?
Well, I think you used the
That's
constitution of your new form for that.
You do use the Constitution in the new form, so that's a +4 modifier.
Yeah, so even better. He rolled a 19, so 23. Still a T-Rex.
He's still a chomping boy.
Yeah, I tried.
Do your chomp chomp and your stomp stomp, Brandra.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna do a big old chomp on imitation half orc, and that was a 22 to hit, which I believe I can only miss if I roll a nat 1 on a T-Rex AC.
Yeah.
And then, because I can only use my second attack if I attack multiple targets, I'm going to try and whip my tail around to try and knock one of these statues into the fake T-Rex.
I whip my tail.
I want to make a tail attack on one of the statues to try and topple it.
Oh no.
You can certainly try.
Hell yeah, I can try.
I have a feeling that might be part of a puzzle.
This is just an attack roll then?
Yep.
All
Do
right.
your attack on the other T-Rex first, and then we'll get to the statue.
All right. So that did hit, I believe. So that is going to be
Click, click, heart attack.
35 points of piercing damage, and they're huge creatures, so they are not grappled. And then for attacking the statue, it's a 15 to hit.
Alright, so what was the total
I thi-
damage? Sorry.
Oh gosh, it was I believe it worked out to 30. I think I said 32.
Okay.
32 you did.
Thank you.
That's the only thing with large rolls is that like by the time you get to the end of it, you're like, oh wait.
And I think that's a 16 Constitution saving throw for them. You have to roll 12 or higher.
Let's see. That's 14, yeah, on the die alone.
Nice.
They're good still. Alright,
Like I can barely see myself.
I know, you're like...
I'm just saying because again, at this point, they're not sure who's who. Because they know the moss, they know the colors, but they're also like, are the two other T-Rexes? Like,
yeah, the two
are they
other
also
T-Rexes
colorful?
look the same, yeah.
But at this point, they're just like, oh no.
So go ahead to not cover the statue in the correct direction. Give me a strength check.
All right, I can certainly do that.
With your
That's
T-Rex
cute. Oh.
strength.
Okay, well, I've got a very good good strength as a T-Rex, but that doesn't help me when I roll a natural 1.
Ah! So you whack into the statue, and you're able to crack it a bit, but you're just not able to get enough oomph behind that tail to get it to keep on moving, so it does not end up falling over, and you get a little bit of a cramp in your tail.
My T-Rex is thinking in his head, oomph, oomph, you don't have enough. That lovely, lovely oomph.
Oh, God. Okay. Which brings us to the duplicate's turn. Who is going to do a heckin' chomp chomp on the real bard boy over here. So that, let's see.
You can do it.
He's got to roll natural 1 to miss. So
Yep, that's 14
Well,
plus 10, so
yeah.
that's 24.
yeah, a 2 would miss 2. A 3 would just hit.
All right.
T-Rexes are very beefy.
40,
but
12 plus 7.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whee! Roll dice, roll. 19 plus 7 is 26. For the heck and chomp chomp. And
26 hurt, and I need to do a Constitution saving throw. Doing it now.
yep. And
That makes it.
it's gonna turn and do a whackety whack tail whack to Haps over here. And let's go ahead and do a roll. That is
Do a dice roll.
18 total, which hits.
Yes.
So that's 3d8 plus 7. 1, 2, 3. 9 plus 7 is 16.
16 points of damage.
Yep.
All right, that's pretty low for a T-Rex. I am okay with this.
Oh wow, you get so much stuff over there.
Alrighty, nightfall.
And as you can see, I've already pre-rolled in the D&D Beyond. I got a 21 to hit, and then I did 35 more points of damage with my bite attack. So that would be a 15, 17 DC for his Constitution saving throw.
Okay. See, Constitution save of 16.
16. He is no longer a T-Rex.
Ooh.
Boof.
And now my question is, when I bite into him, that's when I do the damage. So he is now small. So now he is in my mouth. Half of him is in my mouth. And honestly, I'm not going to take the half that, like the top half or the bottom half. I want the side half. So he's
yeah.
so
Like
he's
one
half
arm is inside.
exactly. And he is
Yeah. Like this
grappled.
whole portion.
and restrained. So maybe my other friend T-Rex will grab the other half and we just rip.
That's
Oh
the
god.
plan. That's the plan.
And would Duplicate You be shouting any profanities or anything at this point? How would Duplicate You be responding to this?
Duplicate me would be like,
I will go out how I have lived in other people's mouths.
I had just taken a drink.
You're welcome.
That is terrible. Moving
that's
on.
beautiful.
Brandride, it is your turn.
All right, let's go for this Menage a T-Rex and
and I
do a
with my
bite attack.
yeah with my bonus attack bonus action I am moving my head closer to the other T-Rex to make it easier.
That is a 28 to hit.
That
And I'm pretty
hits.
sure I have advantage, so I'm gonna check for a crit because they're grappled and restrained. Oh yeah, it is a crit. Fuck yeah, natural 20.
Hell yeah.
You always gotta check just in case.
I'm glad I double rolled. So that is gonna be
And the
8
tiny
d12.
little duplicate right there.
What is it? Oh god.
Yeah. So.
I know it's just like I'm thinking in their head like I'm so glad that was not my duplicate.
No, your duplicate is just vaguely near you in a squashed puddle of crunched bone and flesh.
2
Yup.
plus 7.
Like a
is
splatted
59.
bug on a windshield.
That is 59 points of piercing damage.
Oh wow.
And they are also grappled and restrained by me.
That is almost enough, but not quite. Which brings us to Nuha. If you try and attack it, I'm gonna say it's at disadvantage because two halves are in two T-Rexes.
That's what I was gonna think. I'm like that's what I was actually gonna ask. I'm like, can I even see this thing?
They're
Like, is
pretty
there
much
anything
snout
actually
to
hit?
snout to try for the stare
Yeah.
motion.
You know what? I think at this point, my character would just take a few steps back away from the T-Rexes and just let it happen. Because since their friend was attacking this one that now is not a T-Rex anymore, they have figured at that point that's the duplicate. So they kind of just like, okay, I'm just gonna let them do what they do, and that's gonna be my turn.
All right, which brings us to the duplicate's turn, who I guess has to.
Having a bad day.
He's having a very bad day. The stench of 2 Tyrannosaurus Rex's breaths is just all he can smell right now.
Yup.
Had a bad day. Can't play an instrument or anything because both hands are in either Tyrannosaurus's mouth. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say he can't do anything for his turn. So, Nightswell.
Oh,
Well, let's just end this, shall we? I will just, as I'm he's in my mouth, I'm going to turn my head and pull away.
Okay, for this, let's have the 2 of you make strength checks, and as long as it averages above 10, we'll say you successfully rip.
Well, we both have a
which
plus
one is?
7 to our strength chest.
There's a chance you could both roll nat ones, and you're just stuck
Well, that's
bumping snouts.
18 for me.
Okay.
It is also an 18 for me.
Very nice.
11.
Right perfectly down the middle.
So you hear the gnarly, like, if you've ever heard, like, leather rip or slasher movies where someone just gets ripped apart, it is a gnarly noise. You hear the bones crunching. You hear some, like, off-tune instruments breaking.
Oh no.
Like the
And my T-Rex will definitely his head up and swallow. It's not the worst thing it's been in his mouth, so.
Okay, and we are out of initiative as you eat yourself.
A weird thing I'm sure has been said in D&D, but just not in this camp, not in this place.
Did you imagine you would say those words today, Damien?
Nope. But this was fun. I knew it was going to be chaotic just having a mirror face-off thing. Alright, so you are out of initiative at this point. What do you all do?
At this point, Nua is still on, like, high alert. Because there are 2 giant T-Rexes that he's not quite sure if one of them might actually try to kill him. So he's just, like... He's, like, waiting with, like, his rapier out. Like, just...
This T-Rex is going to charge at the elf, the rapier, and then go down into a slide and look like a puppy dog. Give the best impression of a puppy dog.
So as a T-Rex, you're doing like a puppy dog face.
Like, there's like...
And I am going to slowly sort of stomp my way over and drop my T-Rex form and just sort of crack my knuckles and say, right, so I think probably some healing is in order.
Then as soon as I hear that, I'm dropping T-Rex form.
Do I remember if I have my memories?
So as you think on your memories now, you realize you do in fact have your memories back. You recall those first dates, you recall those heavy combats, you recall the relief afterwards.
Do
you
we
recall
remember
that someone
dying?
owes you money.
Do we remember dying?
Go ahead and roll a wisdom check for me if you want to see if you can remember dying.
That's a 12 for me.
Okay.
That is going to be a
Wisdom?
20. Not natural.
Dirty 20.
Wisdom, yes?
Yes.
Saving throw? 17, 18, 19.
It's a check, not a saving throw.
A check. Which is just flat.
Yes.
Okay, cool. It's still 2, so
Okay.
17, 18, 19.
Okie dokie. With a 12, you're not quite able to recall that perspective, but a 19 and a 20, you guys are able to vaguely recall those, like, final moments, but the actual moment of death itself is not within your grasp.
Do we remember what led up to it?
You remember both perspectives of fighting yourself, which kind of hurts your head to think about.
Oh, yes, gotcha. That death. Sorry, I was under the impression that you were asking if we had died to get here.
Oh no, I was asking if we remember our, because again, if we absorb the other person's memories.
Yes.
But
You drop. I mean, at this point, when you drop your form, they're just patting your head, like, oh, sorry.
And I will stand up.
Okay, but could anyone do anything about this?
Well, that's what I was wondering.
As I
I don't know how we've gotten here.
move my hand away, you can see like my intestines are almost showing.
Oh,
That's
You're
not good.
pretty hurt.
And I'm hoping that the dwarf does not remember I owe them money.
I'm gonna cast Healing Spirit real quick,
nice.
and I'm just gonna slide it back and forth between us for a minute here, and give us all 10d6 healing.
Wonderful. Go ahead and roll it.
Just in case we don't have time for a short rest. You never know with these things. It's going to be 33 points of healing to everyone.
Wonderful.
Ready?
Nice.
I will then cast Cure Wounds on myself because I'm still hurt at 3rd level.
All right.
As you all, hi kids. As you all, hi Cookie. As you all kind of take this moment to heal up and kind of gather in your surroundings, I'm guessing, while you're taking the time to heal.
Yes.
You get a clearer view of everything around you. You see that the pit in the center is still emanating a thin layer of fog that spreads throughout the whole floor. You can definitely feel that it's packed with dirt, though. It's not necessarily a stone floor. You see the 3 standing pillars, the one broken one that all of you were fighting by. You see that the one statue is cracked, but the rest are pretty intact. The walls here easily go up about 50 to 60 feet. And there is no discernible doors or windows.
Can I take a moment and examine the statues and see if there's anything unusual about them?
Sure, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Let's see.
And I figured as we were healing each other, we all kind of like exchanged names.
All right. Would my stone cunning apply to this at all as a dwarf?
Would you what?
And I have efficiency with the mason's tools because I am an architect and a carver.
So what are you trying to tell? Because if you're trying to tell, like, age of the stone, or if the work was a specific, like, stone...
I'm trying to determine, I think, if there's anything to these other than just being statues.
Okay. Then yeah, you can go ahead and apply those.
Alright, cool.
And you could do
I'm
your
casting-
in-character, like, hello, my name is...
Alright.
I'm casting
that
Cure
is
Wounds one more time.
Okay.
going to be a natural 20 plus
Very nice.
1 intelligence and Mason's tools proficiency. Would that apply here?
Yes.
All right. Then and that is going to be a total of 25 off of the natural 20.
Very nice. So you do you want to do the little in character introductions first before
Yeah.
we do the? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I know them, but you seem new.
You seem like a very familiar face for some reason. I can't help but feel like I've done some business with you before.
I believe that too. I think that you owe me a little money.
You know, that's very funny. I was going to say the exact same thing.
Well, we might as well just cut it even then. If I owe you, you owe me, let's just call it even.
You know, I'm not sure that's quite how transactions work. I think either one of us owes the other or one of us doesn't.
Nuha puts a hand on both of their shoulders. I think we have a little bit of issues besides owing each other money right now that we might need to take care of before we settle with that.
You know what? That's a fair point. Help us get out of here and we'll call it even.
That's a fair point. I might need to the outhouse. I don't sit well with myself.
So, Nuha, and yourself,
I am Zarak.
Zara.
Zarak. Lovely to meet you, Zarak. Well, it looks like there's a big old pit in the bottom of the ground there if you're needing the outhouse.
That might not be a bad idea.
I head over to the pit.
You go over to the pit. Okay.
I'm going to investigate the pit.
Go ahead and roll.
I'm gonna
Alrighty.
go over with them just in case and kind of like, I don't want, if somebody tries to like grab, I'm gonna try and yank them back.
Okay.
That would be a 17 on my investigation. Or if you would rather me roll history or something, that I am proficient in that.
You look down and you cannot see the bottom of this pit. A good 50 or so feet down, you do see an opening in the wall.
Well, it looks like there is an opening down there. Let's see.
And there's no other ways out of this arena? We can see any doors or anything like that? Any walls or...
Nope. And even these walls are pretty smooth. It's not really like rock climbable walls per se.
Well then, shall we go smoking?
Think like a well, the inside of a well.
Gotcha.
Just very large.
They nod their head. That's definitely a choice. I saw you poking around the statues earlier. Did you find out anything?
Let me think about it real quick. Did I find anything?
I'll say you were looking at all the statues while he was investigating the pit, because that would have taken time to do.
Yes.
You can tell that all of these are fairly old make, but pretty clean, well structured. It seems like they probably took a lot of time, but there's nothing inherently magical, or there's no special gems. Nothing that seems out of ordinary for a statue.
Gotcha. Well, they seem like very fine work. I mean, kudos to whoever did this.
And that is definitely our best way to go then, moving forward.
You found a hiding hole, did you?
That I did. I seem to have misplaced my rope. I don't have any, and I could transform myself, but that might use a little bit of repertoire. I'm going to leave something. You always need to have a.
Does anyone have rope?
I do. I was just checking first because I knew I had gotten some, but I wasn't sure if it came with me or if it had been.
No, I have costumes and disguise kits and stuff like that.
I also don't have rope. I do, however, have the spider climb spell. If that. Yes.
I have 50 feet of hempen rope.
Oh, and it's 50
nice.
feet down. Look at that.
Alright, so
But
how are
then
you
again,
going
we
to,
also have to tie it off.
yeah, how are you gonna secure this to the top?
Can you see the map?
How sturdy do these pillars look? Besides
Or
the one
how?
that's fallen.
What about that statue that was broken? Could it be like pushed and maybe pushed over there, and that might
This
be
is
a
the
way to hold
statue
it?
that was broken, and just size comparison, that's you next to the statue. I don't think you guys are gonna be able to,
Mm-hmm.
carry that. These things are massive.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So pillar's probably the best bet.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't
But-
believe any of us are extremely strong either.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's my dumb stat, so.
Same.
Wisdom was mine. So,
Okay.
so we're gonna lose probably 10, 15 feet off of that. Maybe spider climb is the better choice.
All right. Well, I guess that depends then. Do you reckon we have some time for a little bit of a rest here?
I don't see any other dangers nearby.
Might as well rest here as long as there's not any other us here.
Alright.
All right.
Are you all taking a short or long rest?
I was thinking short.
Okie dokie.
If we do a short rest, I will use my Song of Rest,
Ooh.
which will just allow anybody to add an additional D8 to any healing they do with hit die.
Nice.
Awesome. Thank you.
So I will take out my lute and I will start strumming, and I will start singing.
I kissed an orc. I love you.
Oh, goodness.
And I will use one hit die to heal up, and
Nice.
that will give me my 2 points that I need. So, not even going to bother rolling it.
Where do I check my hit die on here?
If you click the gear icon and then do short rest,
Yeah.
And it should show me it's my D. Awesome.
Yep.
So I'll
And-
probably take.
Damien, do you have a second for me to run and get another drink real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
No need to take a break. I'll be back in like 2 seconds.
Yeah. I'll chat. Hope you're having a good night, kids. Hope everybody's enjoying this one shot. How are you guys enjoying being a part of it thus far? You guys are muted, by the way.
Here, sorry.
Oh, there we go. Very much. I'm having an excellent time.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Glad to hear
No,
it.
I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not usually one for a ton of combat, but like that was super freaking fun.
It's not every day you have 3 T-Rexes in one combat situation.
Oh my god, right? Like, good lord.
Oh, goodness. And if you guys hadn't killed the Brandra duplicate, like, that was gonna be next, and you were gonna have 4 T-Rexes, and
Yep.
Oh my god.
T-Rexes everywhere, and the 2 Nuhas being like, what the fuck is happening?
There we go. Woo! I'm back to full health.
Huzzah!
Nice.
And to those of you in chat, I hope you all remember to take short rests when necessary and use those hit die. Gain back those spoons, so to speak. I'm saying take care of your mental health.
Food.
H2O
And-
reminder, if you haven't had water today, have water! I've been particularly liking the Propel electrolyte water lately.
I've heard. I tried it when it first came out, but I haven't had any since.
I got a pack from Costco, and I've had the berry, strawberry, kiwi, and grape flavors.
Ooh,
Uh,
nice.
I really like the strawberry kiwi one a lot. The berry's pretty good. The grape is alright.
So sorry about that.
You're
You're
good.
all good.
Yeah.
It's been a day. I need cider.
And food reminder, if you haven't had food today, go get food.
And hydrate.
And sip,
It is
sip.
food.
Hydrate.
So I do have water here, but I'm almost out. So
Like,
I have.
That's a
This has
tiny
water in it.
flask.
I've been trying to be really good. I like for streams. Like I have like before I go on stream, I try and do at least half of one of these. So
Nice.
doesn't always work, but I'm working on it. That's what matters.
I need to start making tea again because tea helps me hydrate a lot more.
So I have 2 different mugs to drink from. I have one
Nice.
and this one.
Ooh.
This is when I actually DM, so I'm an DM.
Mhm. That's awesome.
Yes, the one who just threw a beholder at the group of 4
Beholder
level 6
zombie.
character.
Beholder zombie. That is an appropriate fight.
Zombie.
It's a beholder zombie and 2 flesh golems for a level 6 party. That is a hard fight. It's a hard fight, but it can be won.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's not a TPK.
but it's still a hard fight for
Oh
sure.
yeah, I almost killed him. I almost killed 2 of them.
Nice.
Fighting yourselves was a pretty hard fight. You guys did well. That
Oh,
was
yes.
fun to see.
No, that was actually real fun.
No, I enjoyed it.
All right, let's get back into it. You've taken your short rest.
Yeah.
Use your hit die to
All right.
recover. How do you go down to this opening?
Well, at the very end of the rest, my character will start going around and tying it as well as I can to the bottom of the pillar.
Mm-hmm.
But actually they have, because they have like an undershirt, but they have like that, like they have like an overshirt with like long sleeves. So what they'll try and do is tie to the other end of the rope the shirt.
Mm-hmm. Just to
And,
extend
like-
it a little bit.
Yeah, so it's like if we need it, it's there. But it's not what's holding us up on the pillar. So the rope goes around the pillar at the very end
that's
of
a
the
smart
rope.
way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I see them do that, I will grab. I have costumes in my inventory.
Oh.
There we go.
I will grab that as well. I have 2 costumes, so might as well use both of them to get a little bit extra and to actually secure it a little bit more.
Mm.
Okay, so you're like,
But I will not do the work. I will hand it to you because I have no idea how to do this.
I was gonna say, I'm like, oh, they knew how to do ropes, huh?
Well, you know,
Go ahead.
that's for private time.
Momo, go ahead and roll a dexterity check for me. Let's see how well you make this
Oh, my
rope.
dex is okay.
I'll cast guidance on you.
And that means
You get an extra D4 on that.
cool. So,
I'm so still not used to hearing guidance being cast in a normal way because Knight's Foe in my campaign,
Guidance!
every single time he would cast it, and it would be totally out of nowhere sometimes too, and he would just randomly go, guidance!
I was playing a crazy gnome, a follower of Tharizdun. So,
Who's recently
Oh,
gone
no.
sane.
yes,
that
who...
was- that was just like a flat, not a save.
Yeah, that was just a check.
Cool. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty
pretty
That's
good.
on the 1 on the D4.
Hey, that one makes it... The 15 is another difficulty up. You know, it's normally up by 5, so that's...
All right.
That guidance works.
You take the time, you're able to, between, your shirt and the 2 extra costumes, you're able to kind of make up a decent amount of the rope that's lost from having to go around the pillar and led into the pit.
Nice.
I'll say you'll probably be a little shy of actually reaching the hole itself, but along the process of climbing down, you could potentially just try and swing your legs into it, because at least a portion of you will be at the opening.
Yeah. And once one person gets down, we can help.
Yes.
And
who's-
before we go down, I will put my hands on both the elf and the dwarf's shoulders. Actually, I will put my hands close to their shoulders and then look at them as if asking for permission.
Right? Yeah.
And then put my hands on their shoulders. And then say,
You all can fight well. I know that you can get down, and if you get down before me, catch me.
Right.
As I will do-
How good of a climber are you there? Zorak, was it?
I've climbed out of a few windows at night. Sometimes successful.
Sometimes.
And Nua will
Once or
just...
twice.
Ah, and
Right. Nua, why don't you go first?
yeah. And Nua's just like looking at you like, a fellow assassin.
I'll just nod. But what that is actually is I'm giving you both inspiration.
Thank you.
So you have a D10 for 10 minutes.
Awesome.
This is great. I'm dying over here. Ah, fellow assassin. That sounds like something Elkson would do. Elkson is my super naive Dragonborn ranger in Nightfall's campaign.
Oh, gee.
There's been several times where someone in the group or an NPC has made an innuendo or like slur joke even, and it's just.
Yep.
And Elkson's
Which-
just like, I don't get it.
Which
Oh.
which I do stream too, and Damien has actually a very big RP moment coming up.
Oh,
Next
fun.
game.
Ooh.
Very exciting.
Oh yes.
As do y'all in the next session of the Wicked Ways campaign.
Oh, can't wait for that. I have to transfer from evil cleric gnome to paladin warlock, who's kind of
Oh.
protective of the one person who was nice to him.
Fair.
That's awesome.
As the party
I love
shifts
story-
from more of an evil alignment as they go on a mission from Ayun herself.
Wow.
Ooh,
That's awesome.
very cool.
So who's going to be the first to climb down this rope?
Not me.
I think, Nuha, you might have the best chance there. So if we want to have someone down to catch us, maybe you'd better go first.
Yeah.
Alright.
And yeah, so he grabs on and
And I just sort of like, pat you on the elbow and play Lessons of the Morton Summon on you. I'll cast guidance again.
Alright, so you have inspiration
Uh,
and guidance in case you need it.
nice.
Go ahead and give me
All
a
the
climbing
buttons.
check.
Yeah, so they'll go ahead and go down, but they'll like kind of wrap their hand around once, so it's just like not like a loop around, but it's like wrapped around enough so like they can like slap
Yeah,
it
like
as they go.
aerials
Mhm.
artists when they
Yeah, so they'll go ahead and do that, and then they'll just start slowly, like letting themselves down, and like their feet will touch the wall, and they'll slide down slightly, touch, slide.
Okay, so
Kind
you're
of.
like rappelling down versus just
Mhm.
okay.
Instead of just climbing, because like he knows he's not strong, but like he's graceful.
Okay, very well. Go ahead and give me that climbing check.
Watch me just eat it.
You cannot see
Okay.
the bottom, so this is not a good time to eat it.
No, it is very not. But
Don't forget you have guidance,
Yeah.
and if you needed inspiration.
yep, I have both. But I don't think I will need it because again, that's just a normal check, correct?
Yes, I will let you do acrobatics instead of athletics since you're rappelling.
Okay, nice. So acrobatics, that's okay. To double check, because my eyesight's really awful. That's 15, yes.
Yes.
Okay. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Very nice. You are able to gracefully and elegantly rappel down the side and like within the same motion of like bouncing off the wall to rappel down the final time, you just kind of swoosh right into the opening.
Nice. All right, I call back up. Well, like basically taking the rope and kind of like patting it against the wall.
There is
Safe.
no light down here, by the way. Once you get into
You
this
see anything?
opening, it is.
Oh.
So if you have
Wait,
dark
I don't-
vision, you can see like you are in dim light, but
Do you have dark vision?
Elves normally, yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. As I thought, because I'm like as a drow, I'm used to playing my drow character. I'm like, I'm good. I'm like, wait, no, I'm just an elf today. But yes, I have up to 60 feet.
all
I'll
right.
look over to the dwarf and
Yes, I am next, huh? Or do you want to go?
Oh, well, tell you what, rock, paper, scissors.
They both trust me to go down, but they don't trust me to
I
catch them.
know boulder parchment shears. Is that the same?
Very similar, slightly different hand signs.
All right. Do you guys want to actually play around with boulder parchment shears? Because
Of
you have
course.
camp, so
Absolutely,
you're
we'll see how it
welcome
works
to.
with the lag, but,
All right,
Ready?
I'll call it out. One,
alright.
2, 3, shoot. That's 2 scissors. All right, let's try this again. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Go.
Rock. So we got we we have Brandra as our victor.
So does
So does that mean you go first or I go first?
No, that means you go first.
That means
Oh.
the
I
winner
want
gets to
someone to catch me.
decide.
As
Alright.
I'm waiting for them to come down, I'm gonna look at the cave just
Here,
briefly.
bless ya. I'll cast guidance.
Okay.
Thank you. I will go up there. I do not wrap my hand around the rope because I have no idea if that would help or not. But then you see he takes out. He's wearing a lot of necklaces, and he takes out 20 different holy symbols. Just takes one and like, and it's a random one. Who knows? This one, however, is the one from Ravenloft.
Very nice.
That's awesome.
And I gotta hold on. It got tangled in my cords, so
Oh no.
I will fix that. I can't hear you right now. So feel free to talk about anything about me. So
Gosh,
Gosh, she's got such a cool holy symbol.
Gosh, he's just so.
I can hear
Yeah, I was
now. I
like,
got
I'm
one
All
in.
the hair
I was like-
flipping during the battle.
Like seriously,
Yep.
every time you said hair flip, I like kept myself from going.
So I will be doing acrobatics as well, if that's okay.
Okay.
So that gets me to a +4 instead of a +3.
Having seen what Nahu did, you're able to kind of mimic a bit of his repelling technique.
With the guidance, a 22.
Very nice.
Nice.
So not quite as graceful as Nahu, but you're able to get yourself down there.
And seeing him like swoosh in, he's gonna like grab his back and arm and like pull him in.
Yep.
And I will do a little. Ah,
A little flourish.
exactly.
And they just give a small clap before like looking back up to see.
Like almost patronizingly, like, all right, great, you're
Well,
here.
it's just like yes,
Honey.
yes, you're
I
awesome,
just,
but like
I just sort of like peer down over the edge.
love, it's your turn.
You alright?
No, we both died.
I'm hurt.
He like elbows him in the gut.
Oh, now I'm really hurt.
Right. Well, be ready to catch me. Oh, dwarves are not meant for heights.
You still have inspiration.
I'll cast guidance on myself,
There you go.
and
There you go.
I will try and make my way down this pit. Oh, hey, look at that. So with a natural 20 and 3
Yeah.
on my guidance, that totals 22 because I have a -1 to both athletics and acrobatics. But I think that what sort of happens is I grab it and I swing over and I just immediately enter like a blind panic, and I just am at the bottom and I have no memory of how I got there.
The little feet just kept on kicking.
Yeah, we'll say, like, you watching from the bottom, especially Nahu, have a hard time stifling a laugh as you just see your dwarf companion just basically backwards shuffle down down the row. They do it very smoothly, and you can see the look of panic on their face, like they're not paying attention as they get into the platform.
Yeah, and once again, just bringing them in as soon as I see it, I bring this time it's their foot, and then whoosh.
Which,
Oh, that
you're
wasn't
not
so
able to
bad.
get
That
as
was
good of a
easy.
grab since, you know, she is a bit shorter, so you have to kind of...
That was quite easy. Do we want to do it again?
No.
Oh no, I think that's all right. Let's forward on, shall we?
And you
I
two
did try. Oh, sorry.
and you two also see that this place is completely dark too. Not like magically dark, so if you have dark vision you can see, but
Yeah.
Yep. Dark vision here.
Yeah, I think we all have dark vision.
Yeah, it's hard to not have dark vision now.
It's true.
Alright, and I will
And then-
stop streaming that screen because it is
Okay.
no longer relevant.
I do have a torch though, so with my passive perception, would I see if there's like anything like dangerous in the shadows within that 60 feet of sight?
No, it seems like a pretty open chasm. It was definitely purposefully cleared out. Most of the walls are fairly smooth. It seems like drips of water have kind of slowly began to erode some of it into some funky shapes, but
Mm-hmm.
this was definitely man-made, and there's nothing currently around you.
All right.
And even
So,
from
yeah.
here, you still can't see the bottom of that pit.
Oof.
Ooh. At that, they're gonna go ahead and light their torch.
Okay.
Do I need to roll a d4 for that? For how long it will burn?
Sure.
Everybody runs it differently. So I just like, oh.
I
Honestly, can't recall.
I don't ever have anyone use a torch long enough that has become pertinent. So I
Fair.
don't tend to do that. If you drop it,
It-
there's a chance it'll go out. If you snuff it
Yeah,
out.
this rules as written. It lasts an hour.
And I'll go ahead and do that then. Yeah, they light it. They have a couple in their pack, so they're just gonna light their first one and kind of.
Okay.
I do not have anything like that. I have nothing useful.
Oh no!
I have some candles.
You light it up, and
I do have a candle. I have 5 candles,
nice.
There you go.
but they're rose scented. They're for setting the mood.
Fair.
There's a long, expansive hallway out before you. You can hear a faint echo of dripping water. You don't feel any breeze or anything coming through this hallway, so it's hard to tell if there is a way out of wherever you are. Are you just going to pursue down the hallway until you come across something, or?
Can I get any sense of sort of how this was constructed or who might have made it? Like, does the structure of this like ring any bells for me?
Go ahead and roll a history check. With advantage.
All right. And would stone cutting apply to this?
Sure.
All right. Then that's cocked. That is going to be a.
Run.
$24.
Sorry for the random giggle. I just had someone trigger one of my sound alerts for the first time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Yes, I have some of my scare alerts left on to be triggered by sound alerts. So yay, fun things. Or by channel points.
Run.
Oh, really? So if I do bits,
Hey, we fed the dragon an apple. Nice. Alright. So 24 you said?
Yes.
It's been a while since you've heard of people having anything this large. What your best guess would be underground. There is tale of an ancient dwarven and elven society that had used a combination of dwarven tools and elven magic to create a supposed utopia underground somewhere, and no one knew where it was supposed to exist. One of those kind of myths and legends things that you hear growing up, but...
It's like Atlantis.
Mm-hmm. That's the
Huh.
only thing that comes to mind when looking at, considering where you just came from and the sheer size of the hallway you're in now.
Well, looking at this place, it's quite interesting. I've never seen anything about it like this, but I've heard rumors and legends. It looks like it's like a combination of elves and dwarves built this. Either that or stone giants. I mean, the ceilings are enormous.
The legendary town was known as Arctalia.
I'll tell you.
Hell.
It's quite interesting. I've not seen many elves and dwarves work together.
Well, I've seen at least 2.
I'd say, and you both do. rather well together.
They took me in because apparently one is not allowed to live in the inn for more than a year.
Really?
It's expensive.
No one told me that. I live in inns all the time.
I am
Kings of Dawn.
yes. I'm rather useless without a partner, honestly.
Aww.
Oh, I think that everyone has their certain skills, but grouped together and we can definitely achieve more. And I can.
Oh, sorry.
No, please go ahead.
Especially if you guys keep turning into those T-Rexes.
Right. Well, many mouths make for light meals, is what they say.
As
At that point, my stomach would gurgle as I'm remembering I'm digesting myself.
Good times.
Yep. I
just
think-
over here dying.
Pressing on.
All right, you all press on, and you continue for a ways.
Just out of idle curiosity, before we go delving into the deeps and the unknown, is anyone here particularly skilled at looking for traps and the like?
Oh,
I've had a few run-ins with traps. I can definitely look. So
Well, I can give you a little hand there then, and I'll cast guidance on you, and I will also help with my sort of knowledge of masonry, just to give you advantage.
sounds good. I will take out my thieves' tools.
And you
Nice.
are welcome to go ahead and check for traps as you come across a large, ornate marble door in front of you.
Well, that's lovely.
All right, I'll take my.
Say anything? Oh, sorry.
Oh, no. Go ahead. I'm just doing my rolls. I said I will take my first roll, and that is a 13.
There is a large. There's the symbol of Moradin on one door, and the symbol of Melora on the other. When the doors,
And I'm sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
When the doors are shut, the symbols around each of, like there's vines that mix with chains that wrap around both of the symbols together. Sort of a combination of nature and building is basically what you gather the symbolism of the door is. What were
Sorry, you
your
said Melora and Moradin?
Yes. Dwarven god
And,
of creation and elven god of the forest. If I recall correctly.
Also, I have to correct my check for traps because I did not add my proficiency modifier, so that's going to be an 18.
Okie dokie. You, it's hard to check around the entire door as it is very large, but you check around anywhere you feel like traps would be planted on a door. Just from your experience having to sneak in and out of places. And you do not locate any traps.
I will say, oh yes, there's quite a doozy one here. I would stand back and I push the door open.
Right, well, thank you for that. Appreciate it. I'm just sort of staring up at the symbols on the door.
Go ahead and roll a strength check to push the doors open. Because these
Oh,
are
no.
marble doors.
Because all I
Oh,
can think
no,
is
no,
like,
no.
you gotta push it
Hey,
open.
that's an 18 with my +1 modifier.
Alright.
Hey, nice.
You push the door, like, hoping for the sake of the joke that it flies open. But it's definitely too heavy for that, as you're able to push it, and you get about that much space between the two doors, which are this thick. Like, they are thick slabs of marble. So you only get about that much space in with that 18.
You're alright there.
Well, I think that's covered my workouts.
Shall we
Care-
try one
care
more
to help?
time?
Uh,
I need
maybe
them.
with some help.
He comes
Oh,
up
I
to the
can
door.
give it a hand there.
Yeah.
And I will cast guidance on myself.
Who's gonna do the actual opening of the door? Because they'll get advantage from the assist.
I have a +1, so anybody else is.
I will cast guidance on you then.
Yeah,
because
and I
have
will
a
be
minus
helping
one.
him.
All right. Oh boy, I'm the strong one. Ooh, not a bad
right.
roll.
I believe I have a minus in strength.
So it's going to be a do one more. See if I get any better. No, I got the same exact thing. 16.
Okay, with the 16, you're able to, again, push it. You have about this much space. You guys would probably be able to squeeze through it. It'll be a little bit uncomfortable for those of you in thicker armor.
I'm gonna push it a little bit more because
Okay.
I have a feeling of this thing just squeeze. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make you do another roll for it. You're able to
Okay.
eventually just heave this thing. You're working up a sweat now. You're not used to this much physical labor.
I take off my
Put a pull out
bandana.
on your tip.
Yeah, well, I take off my bandana, dab it, and then I have my black locks that are flowing down, and they get have frosted tips at the end.
Ooh.
Nice.
And there is like a few braids that go down. You know, most of it's just free flowing, but there are a few braids.
All right. Do you all enter beyond this door?
Oh yes.
Who's going first?
Absolutely.
Put the light first.
So you shove the torch through. Hi, Gaymer.
Basically, just be like, "So we're gonna attack it? Are you good?"
Nothing attacks the light when you shove it through.
Okay, I look back at the others.
Oh, feel
Uh,
Feel free.
And they just go, yeah, they just go through because there's like and they
Alright.
just like walk through.
You go.
I will cast resistance on you.
What does that mean?
You get a D4 with the next saving throw you make.
Oh my god, okay, so I have an inspiration guidance.
Well, you don't have guidance anymore.
Oh, because guidance only lasts for like a minute.
around.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have
It
resilience.
lasts for 1 minute until it's
Oh, yeah.
used or until I break concentration.
Okay, cool.
But same thing as resistance. It's just for saving throws instead of checks.
Nice.
Yes.
I don't like that kind of D4.
Yeah. I
Like
know.
where it lands on the numbers on the bottom.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
It always
those.
confuses me.
Yeah,
It's
no
pretty,
thank you
but-
on those.
No.
Caltrops.
Mm-hmm.
You enter the room and you see it is an expansive 2-story library, again circular in shape like the one that you were in before. All of the walls are just lined with bookshelves, and hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of books line all of the shelves. And there is one sitting open on a pedestal before you.
Verdana would have only seen his face like this once, and it was when they went to a larger city for supplies,
Mhm.
and they visited the library there, and his eyes are just as big as saucers, and he's like,
And
It is
being a. No, go ahead.
that was it.
Being a lore bard, I am a little drool,
Are
and I'm gonna go read.
you gonna grab a
I-
random book off a shelf? Are you
Mhm.
going up to the pedestal? Are you
I have a -1 wisdom. I'm grabbing anything.
going?
Anything.
Okay. And what are you doing?
I just sort of, as we're sort of entering, I'm going to look up to the big symbol of Moradin on the door, and I'm just going to reach up on my tippy toes and try and touch it. And
You can touch
just
the
sort of-
very, very hilt of the hammer.
oh, nice. And I'm just going to give it a big old pat, and then just sort of rub the same symbol that is emblazoned onto my shield, and sort of wiggle my way through.
Oh,
I will say, if I do notice the dwarf trying to raise up, I will put my hands down and offer a boost.
Well, thank you. And I just sort of take a second to examine it. A little higher, actually.
I'm not that strong.
Oh, thank you. Just hold there for a second.
I'm
And I take
questioning
a
my.
moment to say a quick prayer.
I question everything.
I grab the other foot so there's like not that much pressure.
Gaymer, you
Well,
missed
thank
it
you,
earlier.
Gaymer.
There were
Right,
3
gentlemen.
T-Rexes.
Yes.
Zarok feels a little bit that he owes the dwarf not only money, but also they healed him from 10 hit points, so I gotta suffer a little bit.
Alright, so you help lift him up and, or help lift her up and do her prayer, and then you put her down and you go inside and grab a random book off of a shelf.
Any of these say how to get out of here?
I have a feeling that one might, but it might be good to check for traps. If you're busy, I can try.
Nice fellow, you happen to grab a raunchy one. Are you referring to the book at the pedestal?
That's in my bag now.
Nice.
Of course.
Yeah,
So-
the one, they're looking at the one on the pedestal, but they're not approaching it just yet. And they look over, and they're like, well, if you're too busy, I can check for traps, but do you want to help?
You can get close
Because I
enough to the
appreciate
book
it.
to be, since it's open, you can get close enough to the book to read whatever page it's on without having to touch it.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, then I'll definitely do that. Just because I don't want to like trip anything.
Okay.
But the fact that it's open on a pedestal and it's just kind of like, oh, you're just like, seems dangerous. So they're gonna be cautious, but they're gonna lean over and try reading what's on the page.
You see the page that it's on, and this specific title of this section is called Convergence. And it talks about the theory of using
Hey.
magic to combine timelines. You see
Huh.
notes scribbled on the side, quotes around the phrase soul splitting. You see paradox with a question mark written after it.
It's the TVA. Sorry.
You get the sense that the voice that told you this was soul splitting might have been lying, and based on what this convergence is talking about, if it was achieved, you might have just killed actual alternate versions of yourself from another timeline. And now in that timeline, yourself, as well as that other bard, and your dear Brandra's duplicate, have now been eliminated and forgotten in their timeline.
This is very not good. Like really not good.
Find something interesting?
What is not good?
So you know how, like, I don't know if you all heard the voice in your head when you first spoke up about soul splitting, and we had to kill our doppelgangers to gain our memories back. Yes. Did you hear that? Or was it just me? Am I going crazy?
No, I did hear it. It was a pale invitation.
Well, that might have been a different timeline of you, actually.
A different what?
Like, okay, so let's say they pick up a pebble. So in this line, this is us, and we're doing our thing, and over here, they're just on the other side of the timeline, there's another one, but they're doing things ever so slightly different.
Right, so you got 2 rocks.
Yes. How do you more easy explain this? Did you ever think that out there, and there could be, like, let's say you made a choice for breakfast, and you're like, I'm going to have a banana sandwich for breakfast because
That sounds
Who would
awful.
want a
Why would I
banana
ever do
sandwich
that?
for breakfast?
exactly. See, who would want to
You
do
need
that?
sausage, you
Instead
need meats, you need ale.
Exactly. So instead, you have a nice hearty meal of eggs and ale and sausage and whatever else we eat, but we don't have a banana sandwich. But in another world, we did have that banana sandwich, and from there, we kept making different decisions from the self that we're doing.
But we didn't make
Lost
those
me.
decisions.
Yes, you did, but the one you just saw ate the banana sandwich.
Well, then it's a pale comparison, and they needed to go away anyway. They had bad life choices.
This is fair, but at the same time, that still means that they were a whole person. It wasn't just like an echo of ourselves. It wasn't like there was a part of our soul that was outside of our body that we need to replace. We really did kill ourselves.
But we still are missing. We were missing memories. So was that just?
I'm not sure. I'm getting very little from this book, but I do need help to see if I touch it, if it will make the room explode.
Well, how about let me look at it.
And then they step aside to let them out.
And I will pull out a pearl and an owl feather, and I will ritually cast Identify to make sure that there is, if there's any magical properties on it
Alright.
or whatever.
You cast Identify on it, on the book specifically?
The book and then the pillar and, anything in that vicinity.
You cast Identify on the book, and there doesn't seem to be anything inherently magical about it. The pedestal itself, however, is magical. It seems to be enchanted in a way that, upon entering this room, the book you need the most will be open on this pedestal.
I will relay that to everyone.
Well, that's really useful.
This is very useful. I go up and
That's good design right there.
Yeah, I gingerly flip a page, just to be if it's gonna eat my hand type thing.
As soon as the elf moves their fingers to the page, I back up really quickly.
You
And
go
I
to...
cast Druidcraft to make a gentle breeze rustle the pages.
You're so funny. Ha ha ha.
Good job.
You
Good
do
job.
all this, and the page flips, and you see that the passage on convergence continues, as well as the notes. And that is where we're going to end this one shot.
Oh, fun!
Oh no!
Nice.
That's awesome, but that's so cool.
Yeah.
No, I want to keep playing.
Maybe
No,
in the future this
that
will
was
get its
very
own
fun.
little runoff thing.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Like even if we just do it like off stream, like I've really enjoyed getting to play with you guys, and you as guys as players, and then you as a DM. Like I've enjoyed it a lot.
Oh, yes,
I've
definitely.
enjoyed DMing for you all. This has been hilarious. Never have I ever had 3 T-Rexes in one D&D encounter, and that was glorious. Nor have I just had to say, and you eat yourself.
I die as I have lived in other people's mouths.
Or how do you kill your lover, or...
Nope. Straight to the heart. No mercy.
Or-
How many of yourselves did you kill? Did you kill me? Kill me? Did you kill me?
But I
Sorry.
think our characters actually played really well off each other.
We did. I
Yeah,
think so.
that was a very
Yeah.
fun dynamic, a very playful group dynamic.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. I enjoyed it. It was the perfect ending to a really crappy work day. So
Oh, I'm glad.
I definitely get that.
I had to do payroll for people who don't understand math.
Oh no.
Oh,
Well, sorry I had to
All the positive vibes.
yeah.
Isn't that
Appreciate
called for? Wandering disciple. Hands wandering open. Alright. So we are going to go ahead and roll credits. We will find someone to raid. And if you have any suggestions, go ahead and pop them in chat, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.